So it is February 8th, 2021, and I'm going to do my recap for today. It was a green day. I made 900 bucks. So I'm happy with the results. As you can see here, it's my trade station platform, $900 profit. Yeah, let's go over the trades. Riot and MARA were gapping up substantially at around how much, like 16, 17% pre-market. Yeah, around like 17% on news of Bitcoin. That is, Tesla is accepting Bitcoin and so on. Yeah, I didn't really see the news before. I saw it after the fact. I just checked Bitcoin price before the market opened, and I saw that it was at all-time highs around like 43,000. So yeah, this was a great opportunity for a trade. Other things on my watch list were MVIS, which I really liked. It seemed really good because it was gapping up. It was between R3 and R4, which is always a good sign of strength. But our Riot and MARA were my main candidates, especially Riot because even though it was gapping up, I was looking for a possible short. Um, and MARA was hard to borrow. Riot wasn't, so yeah, just because of that, Riot was my main candidate for today. PLTR also looked pretty good. Well, I was focused on Riot, so I really couldn't trade on PLTR. But actually, this was a really good setup too. Really good trade. Yeah, gapped up, part of all time highs, right? Right. No, not all time highs, but getting there. Not bad enough. But yeah, it was yeah, between R4 and R5. Opened. Yeah, hit R5, found the resistance, came all the way back. This white line is the daily open. Couldn't break the daily open, and then spiked back up. So that was a really, really good trade. Yeah, then showing a lot of weakness here, and then yeah, just coming down. But it was a really good setup. Why didn't I trade PLTR? Because I tried to borrow shares and trade station didn't have shares, so I just gravitated towards Riot. Because I like having the option of maybe shorting and going long, shorting and going long. So let's just get into the trades that I did today. Yeah, so I traded Riot again. So as soon as the market opened, I got in at 27.14, only 12 seconds into the opening bell. Why did I get in? Well, I saw MARA also. Like MARA and Riot mirror each other a lot. So what happens in one generally is gonna the other one is gonna follow. So I saw MARA. Obviously, it's 17% up, so maybe it could be overextended. It's proven that it's not been today because it's rallied up 40%. So but at that time, it could possibly be that it wanted to. It's a common thing that maybe it wants to retest R5 or whatever, and yeah. So I saw at MARA and Riot on the screen. I saw MARA come down, and I decided to go in. So got in at 27.14. So right at the open, and I got in because the level two was weak. It was showing me that there were more sellers than buyers, and yeah, I got in and I wanted to cover around the 50s, but it's the first day that I'm using chart trading in TradeStation. So when that happens, it gives you every time you enter next to the trade for the first few times it displays a message like, "Oh, are you sure that you want to get instantly filled?" So yeah, it was just a shame because I was spotting some support here and I wanted to get out, but I just it messed up my execution. So unfortunately, I got filled at around what was it? 26.87. So that was like 270 bucks. Yeah, 932. So almost. So basically, yeah, around here 26.87 was a shame. I really wanted to get down. I hit the button like 26.7, 26.50. So that was a shame. And yeah, so that trade happened, and then I wanted to go long because I saw the strength in Riot. Obviously, I know that it was gapping up, and there was a lot of strength on the tape. So I wanted to go long for the break of this daily open, and I entered at 27.35. Again, I wanted to buy a little bit earlier, but because of the message, the same because I went short. The message appears both for shorts and for longs. So I went long. The message appeared. I was already like 15 cents um, farther away from my initial entry. I wanted to get in at the break of the nine EMA, waiting for, expecting the break of the daily open. So I got in at 27.35. Not a terrible entry, and as you can see here, yeah, and I sold for a 40 cent for a 4 cent loss. That was a little bit of my mistake. I was a little bit antsy because I missed my entry. I didn't like it, and again I was seeing weakness on the tape. The tape was not strong. Why? Because you don't want to see, look at this engulfing candle. Like when you see a gap up, you want to see like a big, especially in on news that on a stock that has news and momentum that's up like 17%. What you want to see is maybe a retest of the 9 MA, but you don't want this red candle to engulf the previous breakout candle. So that was like a big factor for me to get out. I got out. What did I get out? 2 minutes, 2 minutes and change later. So yeah, I got around. I got out here, so I gave it enough time to, and to see if it wanted to come up again, and yeah, I got out just before it popped up again. So I got in here, I got out here, and yeah, I mean, if you want to see, I have my executions here on this chart, so you can see, I got in here and I got here. It's not clean. It's just not clean. I have to figure out how to do it cleaner, but I have them here in my trader view. So as you can see here, yeah, maybe you can see it to make it bigger. But I got in here and yeah, and it just came up, but it just didn't seem strong to me. It just didn't seem strong. So then um, I went short again, and that was my mistake. I messed up there a little bit because still, I mean, it's tough in the moment, right? Because I'm thinking at that moment, well, it tried ripping up, but it just didn't happen. Now I have this bearish engulfing candle, and also MARA is looking very weak. So if I go and I look at MARA, that's what I did at around the 937 mark, 938 mark. See, you got this the same like gap of breakout, but look how weak this is. So I'm like, right, and tape was telling me like it's gonna come down, right? I mean, it just makes sense that it's gonna come down, and if it doesn't go up, it's gonna come down, right? That works many times. This today it didn't. So yeah, again, now at this point, I was up like 200 and something dollars, not much, 270, maybe less. I cannot recall, but I went short. This is where I lost. So I went short at 938. So as soon as I closed my position and long, I went short because of the weakness on the tape. So I went short at 27.32 with my order sends order 50 cent loss, and it was good because I basically was risking high of day. What can I do? I mean, if I'm betting it to go down, I just have to risk high of day. There's no point. So I got stopped out. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. Um, yeah. I went short 37. Yeah, right over here because I saw the weakness. And I got stopped out at 939. Yep, at 85. So it was a shame because I lost $500 there. It got me down to minus 300 bucks for the day, and it was a shame because it just got rejected totally. So as soon as I saw this rejection and I started seeing these candles again, I'm starting to see MARA. I'm seeing MARA really weak. I'm starting to see MARA really, look at these candles. There's no strength in this candle. It tried to broke up, it came back down. Shooting star here, hammer, but not much of a strong setup. And I was seeing this and looking at the tape, I'm like, it has to come down. I mean, it just has to come down. And I decided to give it one more try. So I went short at 27.59 at 942. Yeah, right around here, 27.59, right below, or maybe at the 9 EMA. So that was a little bit risky because still, I mean, this pattern is up. I mean, it's in an uptrend. Undoubtedly, it's in an uptrend. It's strong. It's in an uptrend, and it's a risky trade to be honest because it could just be that maybe more buyers are reloading or whatever. But I just saw, well, at least I thought that I saw the weakness in the tape. Well, I did see it because. the trade turned out to be profitable. So yeah, one short 27.59, and I am proud of my covers here. So I covered at let's see here. Yeah, let's see this. That's my guinea pig. Are they going with two? No. What happened here? I have no idea. Let me just take a look. This is a mess. The train station sometimes is a mess. Let's see what happened here. That's my small loss. Okay. Let's see my executions here. Yeah. So I went short. I got stopped out, like I said, at the high of day, and then I got in again here. So I am proud because I took only 200 shares here, and there was a bit of a mess because not a mess, but a little bit of a mistake because I covered here 200 shares with an OSO order, and I didn't know that it would send another sends order here with like a stop. So with another short. So then I was again, I went 1,000 shares, covered at 26.73. Why did I cover here and not wait for the total breakdown? But because again, the stock was in an uptrend. It had just broken out, and it could be that it was just going to be a little bit of support and then another rally up. So I'm like, look, I'm just going to take 200 shares off, not much, to fit for my position, to see, to test it out a little bit. But yeah, the tape still showed me that I wanted to break down, and so it did. It broke down. I got short another 200 shares by mistake, covered those for, an super super small profit, and then I covered here. I covered the rest. I took another 200 shares, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, took another 200 shares off, and then I closed. So I took 200. I covered another 200, and I had 400 left, and I took the 400 left. Why did I do that? Again, stock is in an uptrend. It's strong, but what did I not like of this is I saw the bounce. I made higher lows basically. It tried. Yeah, there was this indecision candle, and then again the table showing that there was some support. And then what I would have liked to see, what would have prevented me from taking the trade, is if there was a continuation in this area. If there was a continuation in this area to the way down, I would have taken the. I wouldn't have partial totally out, but there was strength, and I was proven right in this case. I got out my last exit. What is this? Yeah, okay. You see all these messages. That's what fucked me up this morning. Um, yeah. What did I say? Yeah, I forgot what I said. Honestly, whatever. Yeah. My exit. I got out my last at 26.42. So I got pretty good. I was catching the lows like 26.15, 26.15. I mean, the low was 25.90, but that was pretty far. But look at these 26.15. I was good in covering these and having these exits. And then the last 400 shares, the last 600 shares I got out in this candle, and look, it proved that it was coming back up. So yeah, those are all my trades for today. Why didn't I keep trading? Maybe go long? Well, it was just undecisive for me at the time, and I didn't want to risk, my $900. I'm coming from two bad red days. Just yeah, those red days are up. I posted my red days and what happened with them. Basically, just no self control. So I just wanted to regain my confidence level back. I almost recovered all the money that I lost on Friday. So yeah, I'm on the good track, and yeah, just keep following my small objectives I set up for myself this week. The other trade that I really liked again was the MVIS. It was perfect, honestly, perfect picture perfect trade. Again, I love the Camarilla pivot points. They give me amazing indicators of where the price is gonna go, and when it opens from S3 to between S3 and S4, it is a good chance that it might go up. And it happened here. Look at this. It just retested S3 again, in this hammer, and look after that hammer. I mean, this is just typical. Retest hammer and then spikes up, and I had it on my other screen to my right, so I couldn't really see it clearly because I was so focused on the left and riot. But yeah, it was great. I should have taken this trade, to be honest. I should have paid more attention to this stock over here. Yeah, perfect break of the daily open. Touches R4, rebounces, bounces to the 9MA. It holds perfectly and then just all the way up to R5. And even, it is just perfect, honestly. Perfect, perfect playbook trade. So, yeah, that is my day for today. Objectives for tomorrow. Yeah, not losing more than $500 for the day. Trading after 9:45, just not more than 500 shares because yeah, my accuracy is not that good. And at this time, and what was the other one? I always enter with order sends order, and then I can readjust from TradeStation. I can always enter and then move my stop loss in accordance to where I want it to be, in accordance to my pivot points over here today. The pivot points weren't in play. I only had the daily open in play. That's why I took the breakout, because it got down. It was showing some support, and as you can see here, hammer, right? Even though it's a red hammer, it's still a hammer. That's a sign of strength. And then at these two next candles, both candles are higher than the previous one, so that is always a good sign. And yeah, this tape was good, although it really didn't pan out like it was, and it could have, taken a small like 300, $400 trade there, but I was looking for a bigger move. See here, I lost $40. I wanted to see a bigger move, but this bearish engulfing candle I didn't like, so I got out. But I should have, I could have taken like $300 to it, but I wasn't in that for that money. The tape and the setup was showing me more. At that point, I know I said that I saw the weakness and I could see the overall weakness, but still, you can never underestimate the setup, right? The setup is very important too. So yeah, that is my recap for today. And yeah, I'll see you guys, or whoever the fuck is watching it. That is nobody, but who cares? So I'm doing this for myself. So yeah, have a good day.